Hey everyone, welcome back to the Maxwell DNA video series. Today, we will continue exploring the different values of the Maxwell DNA acronym. This is our third to the last. So, hey Anya, who is our honor guest for this interview?
Vielen Dank, Armando. Unser heutiger Gast ist Denisa. Sie ist Maxwell Leadership Team Member und Coach und wird uns heute etwas zum Thema Demonstrate a Positive Attitude, also eine positive Einstellung an den Tag legen, erzählen. Starten wir doch gleich mit dem Interview.
Wow, Denisa Cotea. That sounds interesting, direct from Romania. So let us welcome our guest today, Denisa Cotea.
Hello everyone, I'm glad to be with you today and I want to wish you a happy new year. I'm doing great, I'm doing wonderful. What about you?
I'm doing awesome. That's right. This is our first interview of the year, Denisa.
Yeah,
What a privilege, what an honor. Happy New Year to you too. And to all
a
of our,
great beginning.
it's a great beginning, of course. It's a great, great beginning. And we wish all of our viewers also a happy new year. We spoke a little bit off cameras, but you mentioned to me that you were doing a little bit of reflection time
Yeah,
a couple of days ago. I assume like many other people around the world. So are you going to share some of that with us today?
yes, I will share some parts from my reflection. And also I just created my vision board.
Oh, sounds very interesting. I mean, New Year's Eve, you know, the end of something old and the beginning of something new. It's always a great opportunity to reflect, to filter things,
Exactly.
to create maybe a new vision or recreate, adjust, and whatnot. So, looking forward to our talk today. But before we begin, for those of our viewers who do not know who you are, tell us a little bit about you. Who is Denisa Cotea?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Denisa. I'm from Romania, but I'm living in Germany right now. I'm working in IT industry. I love reading. I love nature and animals. I'm also passionate about personal development and I love improving myself. I also love to be in service for others and to help them to discover things about themselves. So yeah, that's me.
That's you. You love nature. You say IT?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
working in IT, yeah.
So what do you do, if I may ask?
I'm a project manager,
A
so
project.
I'm trying to combine the IT with positive psychology and Maxwell.
Oh my goodness, that sounds so interesting. We gotta talk more
Yeah.
about your projects and what you do. But and you mentioned you love nature as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And what kind of do you have a special hobby that relates to nature? You go for
Not yet,
walks?
but I will experience this year riding horses
Oh,
and hiking.
oh, hiking. I love hiking. I
Yeah.
love hiking. Again, from Romania, living in Germany, and now
Yes.
connecting with me also in Germany, doing this interview. So thank you very much for this opportunity to talk to you. Since when are you a Maxwell Leadership Team member, Denisa?
I got my certification this summer in July, but I am
Mhm.
a member of the organization since more than 1 year.
Okay, yeah. And how has it been so far for you?
It's transformative, and honestly, for me, it's life-changing.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those are strong words and positive strong words. So I'm glad to hear that. Um, today we are. I'm sorry. Today we are talking about demonstrating a positive attitude, and in challenging times, demonstrate a positive attitude might not always be easier. So first question for you is: how would you describe this concept? How would you describe this value? What does demonstrate a positive attitude means to you?
I really think that, for example, joy and love, it's a choice, an action. It's not a circumstance or a feeling. So we need to choose to act with love and to see the joy of life by demonstrating a positive attitude. You cannot not to create. You are always creating your life. You cannot stop from this. And it's better to create with a positive attitude, because when you change your perspective and you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So look at everything with a positive attitude. This is like my motto.
Yeah, I mean, you are involved in a you work in a very creative environment, a very challenging and competitive environment. And I hear you a few moments ago, you're trying to combine that with positive psychology.
Yeah.
Can you, I mean, it sounds like demonstrated a positive attitude is at the core of
Yeah.
that personal project. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I'm trying to be a servant leader, to serve others, to focus on qualities, to focus on opportunities, to prepare to get the opportunities. I'm not focusing on problems. I'm not focusing on issues. I'm not searching for who is wrong in our team. So yeah, I'm trying to empower people to do their best in our team and be more productive, and it works.
Yeah. Since when have you been doing that?
Since almost 4 years.
4 years. And
Yeah.
have you noticed, I mean, changes first in your own life and then in the lives of those around you?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at work, and not only at work, even at home, even with my friends, with everyone around me.
What would be the major change, if you can name one of the many changes that you have experienced, that you have seen?
Seen or experienced by myself?
Well, both. Why not?
Okay, so I will start by sharing the most recent change in my life, let's say. This is a personal one. I
Yes.
just finished a divorce, and when the situation is nice and everything is sweet, it's super easy to demonstrate a positive attitude. But when you are exhausted, financial, emotional, even physical, it's much harder to demonstrate a positive attitude. So I decided, instead of complaining and using my energy on negative attitude, I decided to be positive. I chose to consider this period from my life like the only opportunity in my life to start to discover myself, to spend time only with myself, to listen to myself, to appreciate myself, and of course to love myself. And everything changed, because from a situation that many people can consider it's a nightmare or reason of depression, I created a situation unique in my life. I created a journey a journey for discovering and experiencing myself, and it feels awesome.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
I wanted to continue by saying and sharing with you an experience from my work. Um, I joined a new team. Everything was crystal clear there. They are looking just at numbers and budget, resources, no servant leadership, no positive attitude, and nothing was going well. But they said we have to continue like this and try to cut the numbers as much as possible and do as much as possible, even over time, doesn't matter what. And they couldn't do it. And I was faking that I'm doing it, but behind, I was following my values and my principles as being a servant leader. And I started to implement positive psychology and what I learned from Maxwell organization.
Right.
And all my projects was going so well until my director came to me and asked me to create a template for a successful project.
Okay.
And then now they are thinking to change the way our team is working based on my experience there.
Oh wow! Congratulations. That's
Thank
a
you
nice.
so much.
Yeah, and is that also very recent?
Yeah, just happened.
Just happened. Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. Because I know we talk a little bit off camera, and I know that first of all, thank you for sharing something so personal and painful like a divorce with us, but it's also encouraging to see how you are coping with this, even though that is not
Yeah,
easy. So it's interesting to see the two sides of the coin, to cope with something so difficult as it is, as a divorce, and then also at the same time to cope with a success in your career. Um, so that's interesting because, like you said, when things go well, when everything is going fine, everything can demonstrate a positive attitude. But it is in those hard times when we are
exactly.
really tested.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, if you could, I mean, in share a little bit more about that. I mean, we don't want to, of course, go deep into something so personal, but in what way have you prepared yourself in your life to cope with difficult situations, to make the best of difficult situations, to demonstrate a positive attitude in the midst of chaos and pain?
So I think I decided that I don't want to play the victim role anymore.
Hmm.
And I'm not waiting anymore for the circumstances of my life to change or waiting for things to happen. Now
Hmm.
I start to make things happen with my positive attitude. Um, and I think it's required to demonstrate a positive attitude to create miracles in your life and in others. Otherwise, you will create just worse.
Hmm. Hmm. It's so interesting. A few weeks ago, I interviewed a CEO of a big company in Mexico, and he's very big into that concept, getting out of the victim's role,
Yeah,
taking responsibility, but at the same time, don't see yourself as a victim, always looking
exactly.
forward and things. Wow. And how, I mean, you since when are you in familiar, or since when did you came in contact with John Maxwell material? Do you remember the first book you read from John?
I don't remember the first book, but I have a lot of books
I see that. Yeah.
here. Yeah. Um, I had like the 10 books of John Maxwell that I read in the past years.
Right.
But 2 years ago, I read the last book. I don't remember the name, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then I discovered the John Maxwell organization, and I was sure that I want to be part of it. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't wait it anymore. I contacted them and I joined in the same day.
I met Sorin in France in last year in October during the International Maxwell Conference. It was I didn't had the opportunity to talk to him a lot, but he shared some of his experience as well on the stage, and for me, I don't know for you, but for me, the community aspect of the whole conference, but not only in the during the conference, but also even now talking to you and talking to other
Yeah.
coaches in Germany and Switzerland, it's just amazing, and that's applause. That's like an added
Yeah.
value to me. Amazing, isn't it?
I think it's empowering to have
Hmm.
such people around you.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I do remember my first book, and in some It's interesting because I was going through a difficult time during my life as well when I read that book, and it's called "Falling Forward" from John Maxwell. So and and that stayed with me all of these years.
Yeah.
Falling forward. If we all fail, we all make mistakes, we all experience those uh, times in life, right? And that book came to in my life in this very key moment in my life and helped me a lot. If we fail, at least do that forward. Not
Yeah.
backwards. I
Yeah. Yeah.
was I was forwards. Learn something. Well, yes, that's very true. So thinking about the future, you mentioned that you were reflecting and you took some time for you during these days to work on your life vision. Uh, can you share a little bit about that with us? How does this value, developing a positive attitude, plays a role in your life looking into the future?
Yes. Um, I I ended up to the conclusion that my consistent thoughts become my reality.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm aware of my thoughts because they will define my actions and reactions. As humans, we are able to influence the energy in the room, and I want from now on to influence it in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, uh, I even experienced this. I even experienced the results of this
Mm-hmm.
because after practicing for a period to demonstrate a positive attitude everywhere in the few months, even if I was going through a hard time,
Mm-hmm.
I felt the difference with my family, with my friends, and with colleagues at work. They felt more empowered by me. They
Mm-hmm.
felt warm next to me. They started to be more free and open
Mm-hmm.
when they are next to me, more authentic while we are talking. They felt motivated by our time spent together. And I really loved this. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue in this way. So
Right.
all my plans and wishes for this year are based on a positive attitude and empowering people and helping others and being service for them because life is not just about me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you're very conscious about this. I mean, this is like a decision that you are
Yeah,
making. You are making a decision to be positive, to have a positive outlook on life.
yeah, but not a fake
Yeah, yeah,
positive
an
attitude.
authentic positive attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me ask you this. Are there times when that is harder for
Yeah,
you? Okay.
it's not something that you experience it 24 hours per
Okay.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you feel that you cannot find anything positive. You
Mm-hmm.
feel you are down. You feel
Mm-hmm.
you want to cry. So from time to time, I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to be sad,
Mm-hmm.
but only for a short time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then I go back to my positive attitude and I'm searching for opportunities. I'm searching for reasons to of happiness,
Mm-hmm.
of for reasons to be grateful in
Mm-hmm.
life, and I always find a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, wow. So that's so powerful. You allow yourself to be sad at times. You allow to yourself to,
Yeah, we
you
are
know,
humans.
we are humans. That's right. That's right. And what do you do? I mean, do you do anything? I mean, to make a decision to be positive. That's one thing. That's something that happens inside of you. But do you have things that you do, practical things you do that help you to be positive?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. From time to time, I have a notebook
Okay.
and I'm trying to journal things to be positive about.
Yeah.
Also, I have some reflection moments when I'm looking back and I take my lessons and I'm grateful for my lessons.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I'm constantly learning and reading
Mm-hmm.
and being around positive people, around positive energy. I'm trying to cut off any bad attitude or negative attitude around me because it drains my energy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, if it's much easier actually to be positive, right? I mean, I think to be negative takes so much energy and
Yes,
takes so much.
yes.
So it's better to be positive, and it's always better. Yeah. Thank you for that. Well, as you know, what we're trying to do with this Maxwell DNA video series is to promote the Maxwell DNA in the German-speaking world. I mean, we're talking in English right now, but there are a lot of coaches that live in Germany or Austria or Switzerland that speak both languages or more languages. How many languages do you speak?
I'm speaking Romanian, English. I'm learning German. I know a little bit of Arabic.
Yeah, very, very, very good. And so, yeah, so we're promoting the Maxwell DNA values, and we are creating this project here. In this video series is a little taste, a little example of what being part of Maxwell leadership mean. So for the people that are watching right now, maybe they are thinking about getting a certification, maybe they are already coaches, and maybe they want to do it for themselves. They just want to keep growing personally and professionally. What could you tell them to encourage them to give John Maxwell a chance?
I think the goal is as simple as possible, to look beyond yourself, to see how you can help others, to experience love in every moment, choosing to always offer it to others. There is also a Chinese saying, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a whole day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a treasure. But if you want happiness for a life, then help someone. And I think coaching and personal development is helping others to reach their maximum potential. It's helping others to feel good next to you, to feel empowered by you. Because if you don't develop yourself, you are going and meet people outside, and then you bring bad and negative energy to them.
Wow.
So that's my advice.
No, thank you very much. And I hear you. I don't know. It was that fifth time you mentioned something. Maybe you can expand a little bit before we depart today. You mentioned servant leadership, and you are very conscious about that. You want to be a servant leader.
Yeah.
What does
This
that
is my
mean?
goal.
That's your goal. What does that mean, Denisa?
To serve others, not only my needs. To serve others, to serve them to be better, to be a motivation for them, to empower them, to, I don't know how to explain more.
Yeah. Well, no, that's perfect. I mean, it's just for me impressive that to hear people, because I don't hear it often. To people say that very consciously. I want to be a servant leader. I want to lead being a servant, and I think that is
Because of my work, I put this on my forehead.
yeah. I mean, and it's paying. It's paying off. You just mentioned these new developments at your work. So congratulations for that, and
Thank you so
you
much.
very much for this opportunity to talking to you.
I thank you.
Well, next week we'll be back with the next Maxwell DNA value. Please send your comments. Please send your questions. I'm going to leave Denisa's contact information in the description box. What do you have, Denisa? You have LinkedIn? You have Facebook? Do you have a personal webpage? Okay.
I'm working on my personal webpage, but for now I have only the LinkedIn.
Okay, well, I'm going to include that. If people want to get in touch with you or get to know more about your coaching services, you can find her there. The link will be in that.
Thank you so much, Armando. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. And until the next time, have a successful and blessed day. Bye.